Okay, I'm going to teach you guys how to make a GoPro time-lapse, a time-lapse swivel, so that when you're doing your time-lapse, the GoPro will move. And I'm showing you a super cheap and easy way to make it out of an egg timer from Ikea. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is find the 3 screws that are in the bottom of it and get a small Phillips head screwdriver and just pull these out. These screws are at that, and this piece comes off. Okay, so we'll do that to both timers. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is drill through the base plate so that the tripod screw can go through there. Okay, so we'll start with a small drill bit so that we can get a good pilot hole. And you want to make sure you get these right in the center. And because it's brushed stainless steel, brushed in the middle, it should be pretty easy to tell right where the center is. So we'll just drill this out. Okay, we'll do that to both of them. Now we'll drill it to, has to be a size that's larger than 1/4 20. So it has to be bigger than where that nut is so that the tripod mount can go through the hole into the nut that we're going to put in here. Okay, so just like that. And we'll do that to both GoPro bottoms. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get the torch going here. And with the torch we're going to heat up the nut that we're going to put on there. Okay, so we're just going to heat this nut up. Okay, let's try that. So once that nut's heated up, we're going to try to push the nut right down into this plastic. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to do it on the other one. Okay, so the next step on these is going to be to trim this extra burnt part off. So what we're going to do there is we just take our razor blade, whatever type of knife or razor blade you want to use, and just trim that flush. Okay, be careful not to cut it too deep or whatever, that's why I'm using this, it's because it's a little more controlled than some other things. Okay, so we're going to do it so that that nut can be put back in that spot, like that, nice and flush. Okay, and then this piece will go back onto it like that after that nut's been put back in there. Then we screw that tight and the thing's complete. Okay, the last step is to glue these nuts in. And I don't even know that we necessarily need to do that because there's a pocket that sits in, and when this goes on top of it, this is going to be holding the nut in place anyway. But we're going to go ahead and do it anyway, just to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. So we'll use Gorilla Glue epoxy. It's a 5-minute epoxy. Okay. And I'm going to mix these two together here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take that I'm just going to kind of dollop it around the outside edges here. Okay, so we'll push that nut into there where we had it, just like that, and that thing should be stuck in there real good. Okay, so to finish this thing up, this nut's all hard in there now. We've got the glue is pretty much set up now. I won't want to use this thing until like tomorrow, but we'll just take this, line these holes up here, put the screws back in here like this. Okay, so that's how the bottom of it's going to look, so you can hook that to a tripod. Now on the top, all we have to do is take our sticky mount, the flat sticky mount that came with your GoPro, and stick it on there. I'm going to stick it on there straight forward and back, and the reason why I'm going to do that is because when I'm doing the time-lapse things, I can use this for my timer too, so I know if I want the time-lapse to go on for 30 seconds or something like that, or 30 minutes, then I can take this guy, kind of center him on there. These are fairly permanent once you put them on something. So this guy right here can just get stuck right on there. So he's good and stuck. Okay, and then your GoPro, like I say, I'm going to put this on like this so that this is in the back, so that I'll know how long my time lapse has been going. So that's all there is to it. Just put the tripod on there, just like that. Your GoPro mount on there, and then it's finished, just like that.